What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Source Wall, brought to you by your boy Kojay and 44. What's up, y'all?
What's up, everybody?
So, man, how about that Snyder cut?
I don't think there's really been. I don't want to say anything new with the Snyder cut. There has been. We just been not, doing podcasts talking about it really.
I mean, there's been little little tidbits of little new stuff like Joker and all these tiny little things. Well, I don't want to say tiny because everything's big, right? But it's just I'm ready for the film, and we were talking about this.
Yeah, I'm at that point too, where it's like all the as they say, tidbits and little hints here and there. I'm kind of past that. And, the trailer was cool though. There was they re-released a trailer that was had some new footage in it. Like they also had to release two versions of it. I would have liked if it was just a totally different trailer, or I kind of would like if they would have just changed the song too, or had the same trailer with two different songs.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But hey, it's whatever. Don't want to be greedy.
Yeah, that's true.
Beggars can't be choosers, as they say. Whatever. But other than that, yeah, you're right. People are talking about the whole Jared Leto Joker thing, what he's gonna look like, and all this shit. I really don't give a fuck,
Yeah, do I? Because I don't know the context of it.
As long as he looks cool.
Yeah,
exactly. Because you already know how I feel about the Joker anyway. I feel like the Joker's kind of a ruined character anyway.
I think in the right hands he'd be okay.
Yeah, no, I don't mean Jared Leto's Joker specifically. I mean,
in general,
the Joker's character in general as a whole. You feel me? Like, at this point, is a ruined character. Like they don't even know what the fuck they want to do with him.
So, what do you think of the three Jokers?
I don't even entertain that type of shit. I don't even entertain it.
Yeah,
that's too. The whole thing. And like even on the Snyderverse, DCEU, Jared Leto Joker kind of side, like these motherfuckers want this dude to look like some type of Mad Max Joker with, like, you feel what I mean, with like some type of like brain disease or some shit. Like, yeah, Mad Max Joker with a desotopian desert brain disease on his last leg. Like, I don't.
Yeah, I know about that, man.
That's not really my thing. I'm not saying Snyder's gonna do that either. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm just saying, like, the concept of where they're saying they could go was like. Plus, on top of that, it's like Joker's just been so overdone lately, and he's been done to death lately, and on top of that, like I said, he's kind of just a ruined character at this point with a lot of things, and they got the what do they call that shit, the Joker that laughs, or the Batman that laughs, and then they got the three Jokers.
Yeah, the Batman that laughs, that's correct.
And then they got Joaquin Phoenix Joker, and they got Joker, and we got Joker and Grease, black and white Grease type comics. You feel me? Like, like, I guess some type of leather jacket wearing greaser. Feel me? I don't know. Joker's all over the place of what I used to know, at least, and everything. Like, I even think it's kind of weird, like the criticism. You feel me? Nowadays, it's like it's very strange for me, because like people, like back in the day, I guess people were kind of accepting and kind of knowing that Joker was a gangster type character, but I guess nowadays it's like, since the Jared Leto stuff and all that, people like look at it as weird, like taking that type of angle. Like, I guess the angle that David Ayer and Jared Leto kind of took with it, and I don't know. I think it's kind of a weird double standard type of thing. I also think there's the thing where it comes, from you know cultural differences and all that, and perspectives on, you feel me, like what a gangster is. You feel me, like what a gangster, a mobster, or whatever in certain senses is. Like Joker is technically a gangster. You
I
feel
always
me?
saw him
So
as
he
one,
has
just
a,
with his own eccentricities.
yeah. But like people, like some people looked at it like, he was a rapper gangster or too much of an urban gangster. You feel me? Some
Mm.
people thought that the fact that he even was even acting like a gangster at all wasn't good or cool or anything. Like
Oy.
like a lot of people felt like, they didn't take him seriously because he was a gangster, and I don't know. But I also feel like when it comes to that too, in modern times nowadays, like, you know the idea of a gangster and the idea of even like a mobster and all that stuff, you feel me, kind of has been clouded in like a lot of pop culture opinion and a lot of first world opinion. You feel me? A lot of movie opinion, and of how things got kind of really based on how things really are in real life. Because I won't like knock people or blame people and say that like there isn't a level of, you know kind of silliness to the concept of a gangster, even from back in the day to the 1920s to now.
Mm.
But it kind of goes away real quickly. You feel what I mean? Even just like back in the day, people used to make fun of gangsters, and because they used to be fast talking, and they used to have always have slick hair, and you feel what I mean? So, some type of hat or some type of hat and mustache, and be like, Shane, Shane,
What you
all
doing,
that,
Shane?
Shane type of,
Kind
what
of
you
like
doing,
some weird mocking
Shane?
caricature.
Yeah, but in real life though, they be like that. But you're not gonna feel the same way when that guy is saying Sheen to you in face to face. You know what I mean? With the Tommy gun really in your face. With his oversized suit, or his cheap mob suit. You know what I mean? You're gonna think it's a joke on TV. You feel what I mean? When you're watching it on TV, but when you're actually there in those real life scenarios, seeing it go down, or if it's happening to you, then you're not gonna. And it's the same thing to the modern times. You feel me? You can see gangsters today, even like, well, as they call them, gangbangers and all that shit. You feel me? Like, and people, clown them too. Like, they sag their pants and they do this and they do that, and you know, obviously there's even been movies and other things that you kind of, clown that type of lifestyle. But at the end of the day, when you're around those type of people, you're not gonna feel that way. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right,
Like,
right.
you can feel how you want about, dude sagging his pants a little bit. You know what I mean? But it's not gonna change the fact that he got the pistol on you. You know what I mean? It just isn't. It's not gonna change the fact that he's still a morally ambiguous character. And at the same time, that's the reason why it works well with the clown. You feel what I mean? A gangster works well with the clown because, and the clown concept has been used in gangster movies and gangster stories before all the time. Where, especially if you look at movies like Carlito's Way, where, in spoilers and everything, but in Carlito's Way, then the dude that Carlito was playing out in the movie, in the beginning of the movie, that pretty much everybody in the town was playing out, because, you feel me, they felt like, he wasn't no real gangster or whatever, you feel me, he wasn't plugged in and all that. That same dude, who was played by John Leguizamo, was the
Mm-hmm.
guy that got big and killed fucking Carlito at the end of the movie. You feel me? Who was played by Al Pacino. You feel what I mean? And John Leguizamo, you can kind of say, was kind of a Joker type of character. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Because he was bottom feeding. You feel me? He was a bottom feeding, always trying to be around, scummy type of dude. You feel what I mean? Getting played out and all that shit. Kind of like kind of similar to Joker's origin. You feel what I mean? And then he ends up growing and forming into this huge python in the city. You feel me? This huge snake, to the point where he ends up killing Carlito, who was pretty much the number one dude in the city. You feel me? Before that, the dude was literally a clown. You feel
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Like facts. You feel me? So there's a lot of correlation when it comes to things like that. And Joker is a character like that where you feel me. You're not gonna take him seriously because yeah, he the way he acts and the way he looks and all that. And you can let all that. You feel me? All that you feel me is what it really is theatrics really. You feel me? You know you can let all that theatrics. You feel what I mean? Fool you and all that. You feel me? But then that's to your own demise though, because you know even if you, I don't know if you've seen David Ayer's recent movie, The Tax Collector. He used that same type of template with the character. I forgot what the dude's name was, but there was a villain in the movie that was pretty much trying to take over. I wouldn't say take over the city, but he was trying to take over the
I know what you're
neighborhood.
talking about now.
You feel what I mean?
Yeah.
And you feel me? It was the kind of the same thing where you feel me? They weren't trying to take this dude seriously. You feel me? They just thought he was some crazy hothead gangster dude just running around in fucking leather pants and you feel me? Trying to talk all this. You feel what I mean? Gangster Mexican Jesus shit all day. You feel what I mean? But then when motherfuckers really started getting their head chopped off and this dude really started doing all this extra shit, you feel what I mean? Coming, breaking in niggas' cribs and coming after motherfuckers' family and all this shit, like really coming out of fucking pocket. You feel me? Like you totally started viewing the dude differently from when the first time you seen him in the beginning of the movie. You
Right.
feel me? But even still, you can feel the energy though, cause you feel me? It came off like it was some joke shit at first. But like I said, until motherfuckers started getting their heads stomped in, it wasn't a joke. So you can look at this dude like, oh, he has all these tats and he's sagging and you feel me? He got leather gator pants on and he just looks like a whole fucking character. You feel me? But at the same time too, he's stomping motherfuckers' faces in when you feel me with his bare feet and shit. You feel me? The nigga's a lunatic. You feel me? like you know. So you can't judge people on shit like that. You know what I mean? Like it's like you can think they're a clown all they want until you're the one getting, you feel me, getting stomped out. You feel me? Like like facts. Like you feel me? Like and that even you've seen movies like Ichi the Killer. You feel me?
Oh
Remember Ichi the
yeah,
Killer?
yeah.
You feel me?
Oh,
Like
I
from
know
back
that
in the
by
like yeah.
heart. Oh yeah.
Like
Kakihara, the main
Ichi the
gangster
Killer.
with the slit face.
Yeah, exactly. Ichi the Killer was one of the main fucking movies that was about that shit where all these Japanese Yakuza gangsters was not trying to take bruh seriously. They thought all that shit that they was talking about him was cap, like he was just some like oh he just some pretty boy dude that's just all that shit is rumor. He just do this. They just say that shit and do that shit for show. Like bro,
Mm-hmm.
that nigga was really kidnapping motherfuckers and mutilating them. You feel me?
Yeah.
Dude was really coming out of pocket crazy. You feel me?
Yeah,
Nigga
he
was
was
coming
looking
in
for a
motherfuckers
girl
crazy.
to do that to him.
Exactly. You feel me? Nigga had a fucked up childhood. Even in the beginning of the movie, his childhood even went back to how I think he seen his mother get fucking beat to death and fucking raped and all this shit, bro. So it's like you're dealing with someone who they ain't fucking right in the head. And they thought, and when they were saying how dude was gonna come and try to take over the city and shit, you feel me? They wasn't trying to take that only few people. If anybody listen to this and go ever or watch the movie or go back and watch the movie, only few people actually was trying to listen and you feel me? Take the threat of this guy seriously. They're like,
Mm-hmm.
oh no, whatever. We the Yakuza. The person who's gonna run shit is gonna end up running this shit. This guy is just trying to, he's trying to bluff and shit. Yeah, they thought he was
Mm-hmm.
bluffing. They thought he was some clown with a weird face until motherfuckers started going missing and feel me, and then they started getting mutilated and feel me underground and mutilated in apartment buildings and shit, and then they would find these dudes and you feel me, the whole room would be covered in blood. You feel me? There would be
Mm-hmm.
damn near no identifiable remains. That's how much he mutilated them. Had motherfuckers in the rooms for hours, 24 hours, just straight cutting them up, doing all types of crazy weirdo shit to them.
There's a
You feel me?
lot of
Like them
like-minded people of that effed up stuff in that film. Like they had all these different kind of factions, and they were all about that. But yeah, you're right, man. It's just like, oof.
But the dude, I don't think the dude was. I think his name was Ichi the Killer. But yeah, the dude Ichi the
Oh,
Killer was
that
the
was the guy
worst.
with the number one on the. That's the guy who had the blades on his boots, and he was itchy. The guy with the slits, he was
Yeah,
Kakihara.
Yeah, Kakihara,
Yeah.
he was the fucking worst though. Dude
Mm.
was a demon. You feel me? Like, and they thought he was that's the only reason why he caught them up so bad in the movie. Because
Mm.
they thought he was playing at first. They really thought he was playing. If they would have just not thought he was playing and took him a little bit seriously, some of them dudes could have survived. You feel
Yeah.
me? But since they thought he, and even at the end of the movie, what made it so funny that he ended up kind of killing himself. They didn't even kill him. You feel me? Because by the end of the movie, he went so crazy trying to find the kid, the dude that he was trying to really kill, that he ended up like falling off the building and shit or some shit and killing himself. You feel me? Like that's how crazy he was. That he started going crazy himself, trying to find the real dude that he was trying to kill. But the dude was hiding so well, and they were hiding the guy so well that he started losing his noodle, killing all these other people, and he couldn't even find the dude that he really wanted to kill. Because once he killed that dude, he would have been running shit, and it would have been over. Technically, the war of what was going on would have been over. You feel me?
Yeah, I
Like,
even think he was going so far that he was looking for someone to kill him the worst way, and if they couldn't kill him the worst way, he'd kill them or kill himself. Like he was messed up, man.
dude.
And
Yeah,
that's
dude
the type of
wasn't
Joker
right.
mentality that I expect. You know, like you can't rationalize it. And he's a
Exactly.
criminal.
And he's a criminal. Exactly. You can't. And that's what. And it makes it kind of even scarier in that sense too, because
Right.
you're already in an environment where the rules and the lines are already gray. You feel me? And then on top of that, you're dealing with a person that don't even care about. He doesn't even care about the shit past. Like he's past being morally ambiguous. The nigga is straight evil at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You're dealing with the person that's straight like pure evil at this point. You feel me? He don't even give any regards to the rules of the underworld.
Not even to himself.
Not even to himself. You feel me? Like he
Like,
don't care. You feel me? Like even in Red Dead Redemption 2, they had characters like there was a character fucking like Micah Bell and shit. That dude was fucking the snitch character. That dude was mad evil because he was fucking a dude. You feel me? That always was trying to play sly and coy, always joking and shit, always giving the backhanded compliments and shit. And motherfuckers was letting that shit pass for years on years on years, and until it was fucking too late. Until they realized like, oh shit, this motherfucker's been setting this up and cutting this and undercutting this for years, to the moment he can fucking, you feel me, take advantage and steal a goal from all of us from under our nose.
mm-hmm.
I'm trying to tell you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and even in the beginning of that game, they treated Micah like he was some damn clown. Like, oh, but fuck Micah, he's a damn idiot. He's always talking shit. You feel what I mean? They would even beat up Micah. You feel me? If you were the character, you would beat up Micah, punch Micah straight in his shit. You feel me? But in the long run, none of that shit mattered. You feel me? Cause what it really was, they didn't want to cut the snake out the grass. You feel me? They didn't want to take a real good look at his character, because they felt like, all right, since we're all outlaws and pieces of shit, all right, I guess we're gonna have to deal with other pieces of shit. But this dude right here was past being a piece of shit. Like he was beyond that. You know what I mean? Like he was such a piece of shit. He was like I said, he was setting them up from the way they had it in the game. He was setting them up probably from the moment he even joined the gang. Probably even before that, he was setting them up. Like his whole plan was probably to set them, like, cause they made it real vague. But from what the clues that you can find and all that, he was setting them up before he even met Dutch, the leader in the gang. Like his whole plot was to get into the gang. You feel me? And be some type of mold that was gonna, you feel what I mean? Pretty much leech him dry, essentially. You feel me? Like so, and Joker does shit like that too. You feel me? Say Joker always do that to the Legion of Doom. Joker did that in the Dark Knight. That's exactly what he did in the Dark Knight. He came around, proved his worth, like, oh yeah, I'm some tough, weirdo, cool guy, you feel me, unpredictable wild card guy, you feel me? Then he goes to the mob, oh y'all can use me, you feel me, yeah, you feel me, all this slick talking shit, and then what does he do? He betrays the mob, you feel me? Like, come on. It's like, I can keep going down the line with the shit, you feel me? So, like I said, with the Joker thing, I hope they do a good job with it. You feel what I mean? and people just don't fucking bitch about it. You feel what I mean? Of it not being, you feel me, some crazy anarchist type of Joker that, you feel what I mean, that's just doing shit. You feel what I mean, with, you know, with no rhyme or reason. You feel me? Like, cause Joaquin Phoenix Joker was cool and all that, and even, and you know, Heath Ledger's Joker was cool and everything too, of course. But you feel me? I think it is time to go back. You feel what I mean? To that methodical underworld Joker, like that whole, you feel what I mean, anarchist Joker thing that, you feel me, is not, it's getting dry now. You feel I mean, even with the whole thing with the three Jokers and all, like, oh man, the reason why, because there's three Jokers now. It's like, nah, bro, like rewind it back. You know what I mean?
I don't like
Rewind
that
it back
comic.
to, like,
It seems
to
pretentious
the
as
Jack
fuck to me.
Nicholson days or some shit. Even before that, you feel me? Like it's too much. You really split personalities, and there's multiple Jokers, and, you feel me? You know, too much mental institution. You feel me? Like.
I think they're making
Facts.
reasons or excuses for people to like him, to market him. I have a sneaky suspicion people are still trying to go for yo, we want some Joker pajamas and get this going. So, oh, but he's the villain. Maybe we need different iterations of him so people can pick and choose, and then we can sell them, and then, you know, not be the one selling people on the villain or something like that.
Yeah, of course they're trying to market it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same reason why Harley Quinn is the way she is now. She's not a villain anymore. She's damn near a hero now.
Yeah, she's total hero. She totally took that turn. I kind of liked when she was like a wild card. I mean, like
Because
even with
people don't
Deadpool, I
know
liked
that
when Deadpool was a
Harley
wild card
Quinn,
villain.
Harley Quinn is big in scholastic books, and in the kid book genre and all that. Like, a lot of people, and that sounds weird even saying that, but it's been like that for years. And at first, it almost became a big issue because they used to fucking dump all these, DC used to dump all these fucking, well, they still do. They dumped all these fucking Harley Quinn books onto Scholastic and all that shit, and other, you know, kids book school programs and everything, and other kids book programs and everything. And then parents and everything started going back to Scholastic and saying, like, whoa, you feel me? Like, what the hell is this? Like, y'all giving my daughter, like, all these crazy Harley Quinn comics to read. And this was back around when they first started doing this. This was when around, obviously, Harley Quinn was Harley Quinn. You feel what I mean? So what they did was, you feel me, instead of just, you know, toning down how many Harley Quinn books they was dumping at Scholastic, what they did was they pretty much started revamping the character. You feel me? More and more and more, and toning it down, and, you feel what I mean, and making her more kid-friendly. I'm telling you, in the future, she's going to be completely kid-friendly. You feel me? She's going to be completely kid-friendly, mom-friendly. You feel me? Like, in the future, like Harley Quinn is, now, she's not even at that point yet, but in the future,
Okay.
she's going to be a reformed soccer mom. You feel what I mean?
Oh, with her two twin daughters, that she gets from Joker.
Yeah, with her two twin daughters that are gonna be giving her, and they're just gonna make her even more relatable. But that's really when it really started to kick in. You feel me? When they started bringing those Harley Quinn books to schools and to, you know, kid book programs, and it really started getting into the hands of kids. And that's when they were, because they were really trying to push it and trying to give her a market, because, like, you know, like, girls were into that, you know, into that character. You know what I mean? And, you know, obviously we see where it went now, where it's like, I already said, like, it's Harley Quinn is a schizophrenic character right now. You feel what I mean? Like in every medium, you don't really know. They're trying to even it out between things, but you don't really know where it's like, where it stands. You feel me? Like they have the show, I guess she's good, she's evil, then she turns good, and then in Justice Games, he's like, she joins the Justice League. I even have some comics where she's in the Justice League and all this shit, and then there's other comics where she's like fucking a villain and doing fucked up shit. That's like in other continuity, so it's just like
Man.
it's just like all over the place with Harley Quinn. You feel me? Like, and yeah, they're going to continue to push her to kids and all that too.
That's what I thought she already was with that cartoon show. You know, her Teen Titans-esque cartoon show.
Well, that's an adult, just a show for adults. So,
Oh, okay, well, it shows how
but the
much I watch
thing,
it.
but the thing with the thing about that is like with those type of shows, they're really for like kids and like teenagers and stuff, like preteens and teenagers. The way they do things in Hollywood now, especially when it comes to like the wide market and everything, is like I feel like they 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 label it up and then they go down, if that kind of makes sense. So
Yeah.
it's like yo, yeah, this is for adults, but it's not. But you can tell by the content and how they're pushing it and making it like this isn't really for like an adult demographic that's really above like 20, 22, 23. Like this shit is for like currently for like people that are like 14 to like 18. But
Yeah, I'd like if
and
it was the other
that's
way
where like
around.
even Titans is.
Mm.
That you know, like Titans is kind of Titans and Doom Patrol are in that same category where they try to play it off like, oh yeah, like these are these mature adults were a step above CW, but it's like it's only like it's literally for the same market. It's for the same demographic. The only thing that makes it a step above is like, well, it's like telling their same demographic, like, oh yeah, well look, we're gonna make this M rated now, so there's gonna be even more romance and even more, soap opera stuff, and they're gonna be it's gonna be even we're gonna double down on it's gonna be M rated CW essentially. like that's their selling point. Like, you feel me? Like, would you like you did you ever want to see fucking Oliver fuck Felicity and shit? You know what I mean on CW? Well, it might happen on HBO Max because you're all rated R now. You know what I'm saying? It's that type of energy.
Yeah, pretty
Like,
much.
we couldn't show Robin getting his dick sucked on CW, but we can now. It's that type of energy.
They can show it to the max.
Like I'm pretty sure even when I checked our Titans, I'm pretty sure that outside of Raven, like Robin fucked like every girl on that show by the end of the season. I think even before the end of the season.
Oh yeah, they made him get around.
It's like,
Even
damn, bro,
with
you do.
Dove, I don't know. That
You
I
can,
did not
yeah, you
expect
can at
that.
least give some character development. Shit, they made fucking Hawk a complete cuck.
Poor
Robin was
guy.
cucking Hawk crazy. Like
Dang, man.
every night, fucking Dove was flicking the bean to Robin, and this dude Hawk is limping and everything. He trying to get his life together and shit, and Dove not even there for him. She's just thinking about Robin.
Aw,
Just sad.
it is, man.
I'm like, damn, why are you gonna bring Burr on the show just to do him like this?
Dang, it's not right.
I'm just saying.
It's true though. It's true. I did like Titans season 1, but
God damn, this shit was garbage.
yeah. Uh, but even as liking it, I didn't like the change towards the end. You could tell that they're building towards some bigger picture with Trigon. I was expecting maybe we'll get into Brother Blood, like with him, with Trigon coming back. I was expecting a season 2 where they're trying to take out that organization or stop Trigon from forming some summoning or something. But it was done in one episode in next season 2, and then it was total course change, and I did not like it even more or at all. But I did like it at first, but oh well.
Man, I feel like with the end of season 1 of that show, they clearly ran out of money and they didn't know what the fuck they wanted to do. So they wrapped it up with some bullshit. And I feel like they did the same thing with season 2. I didn't even watch it. I don't have to. I just
I
see how
started
they
falling
ended
off. Like each episode felt like season 2. The whole thing felt like filler, and I stopped like midway. I was like, I can't even do this anymore. It's too much. And then
it.
I
Most
just
of it
found
was
out how it
filler.
ended, and I was like, oh, that was lame.
And is it just me? But it's like none of the characters on the show are like really that likable. Besides like
They seem
Beast
like
Boy
they
or
don't
something.
even
Like
want to
Beast
be
Boy's
there.
alright.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the female characters on the show, they all act the same to me. You feel me?
I do like Anna
Like
Diop.
Wonder
I
Girl,
like Starfire a lot.
Wonder Girl, and Anna Diop, all of them. You feel me? What's her name? Dove. They all have they just all have like the same energy and the same attitude to me. Like
Mm.
it just could just be me, but I just feel like, man, like I really didn't do much to like
Like they scoff a lot.
differentiate them. Yeah, they just all just come off like, you feel me, like upper class. You feel me, snobby city girls.
Yeah, I did get the snobby vibe in season 2 with Wonder Girl and Starfire for
All of
sure.
them.
That's for sure.
Like so, like Robin is boring as hell.
Yeah,
And
he's
then
even
like
bored with
I don't
himself.
know. I don't like the angsty Robin angle. That shit is cornball. Like if you gonna make him just like Batman, what's the point? Like this, is
Right?
everybody Batman? No, nobody's Batman. Like I like Robin when, you feel me, he's more upbeat and more chill about shit. You feel me, more, trying to be. I like try hard Robin. You feel what I mean?
Mm.
I like to try hard, trying to be cool Robin, and you feel what I mean? People don't take him seriously, and then, you feel me, saves the day at the end, and they're like, all right, Robin, you are pretty cool. That
Yeah, I like his
Robin, you
journey
feel
where
me?
he's trying to prove something.
The confident beat type Robin. They had this dude hella depressed, like, all the time. You feel me? Like, dude, why are you so depressed? Like, you're getting hella pussy from, you feel what I mean? Probably the most coveted woman in the universe right now, in the DC universe. Like what? You piping Dove, Starfire. You know what I mean? Wonder Girl giving you all that. Like, I don't know, man. Like they say, the grass is greener and all that shit, but it's like, bro, it's like that's like, you feeling. I mean, having your pick of princesses, and you're soaking in all this shit. You feel me? You got raised up by Batman and all this shit. You soaking 24. Like I don't know. I was never on that type of Robin. You feel me? It feels it just this it was never it just never will be my shit.
Yeah, I really like
Why is this
Robin
motherfucker crying?
on his own, trying to prove his own. In fact, I even like that, like in the comics, Robin, or as Nightwing, he has his own separate relationship with Superman, as he always had. Like, they two are also friends, because even in the comics, Nightwing would actually hit up Clark Kent and go, yo, I need to work on something with you. I'm curious about this. And then he'll fly in as Superman to Gotham or Bloodhaven, wherever he is, and he chop it up with Superman. They work something out, and I like that. And in fact, Robin got the name Nightwing from Superman, because Nightwing is mythical character, and of course Superman tells stories of Krypton to all his homies, and Nightwing got his name from Superman, which is dope, and it shows that reflects the relationship. I don't like how Nightwing always gets his names in other stories, Elseworld stuff, even Teen Titans, the animated series, and even freaking season 2. I saw where it was going when I know where I stopped watching it. I stopped watching it when Robin went to prison to prove something to Deathstroke. I was like, what the fuck? Why would, I don't know. I still can't wrap my head around why Robin would do that. Even
Yeah,
that Robin. That just seems very emo, desperate, thirsty, and it's like he hates himself, like you said. Like we don't, like, there's nothing to like about him. But it's just, ugh.
yeah.
I want them to do Nightwing right one day, and then establish that relationship with him and Superman. It'd be even cool, even if there is an angsty Robin, it would be a disagreement with someone with Batman, which would be interesting that, he goes on his own, and if he does call for help, he doesn't call for help from Batman, he goes to Superman. That would be cool. And he patches up with Batman later on. That would be nice to see. But, oh well. I sometimes feel some people take liberties to stray away from it to sell something, or to be a genius, or you take some people who take liberties to enhance what already is, and I think that's what Snyder does better
Yeah.
than most.
When it comes to Hollywood, most people try to just feel like their their idea, is above all. They
Mm-hmm.
thought of something that someone else didn't think of instead of just kind of sticking with what works, especially when it comes to established IPs.
Do you think the Air Cut's gonna
What?
come out anytime soon after Snyder Cut, or?
I haven't really even been thinking about that, to be honest.
Oh,
Maybe.
really? Because I think it would be cool if we get that too. Because then it feel like, uh, we have like our 5 DCEU film. Well, I don't know about Wonder Woman, but for the most part, we get more things that weren't sabotaged back. You know what I mean? I think I'd feel happier if I get that Air Cut in addition to the Snyder Cut. I think that would make me feel really good. Have that arc
Yeah.
brought down, man. That'd be
That
good.
would
And also because I really
that
want to
would be
see.
pretty cool.
Yeah, because because my favorite parts was Jared Leto Joker, and Katana, and a bunch of other things, and Diablo, and also the tone. I was looking for something more haunting. Because the cool thing that I like about DC villains, or the danger in the DC adventures, that there's an actual threat. It's not ho hum. It's not so wishy washy as most other
Yeah,
ones are, or like a
just
Power
not.
Rangers enemy. You know?
It's not just Iron Man throwing quips and being a douche.
Exactly. So it'd be nice to get that threat back, and then that depth of thought in the story. Oh man, I have good feelings though. I hope it'll come in. Because I see a lot of people are kind of trying to copy our homework. There's release the web cut, um, release a couple other things I can't think of right now. I had them earlier in my mind. I want to bring up, but yeah, definitely Alita Army. But they started when we started, so they're original in my opinion.
Yeah, I won't
Release a
really say they
Schumacher
were
cut,
copied.
yeah. But it's interesting to see people are trying to, or factions or wherever, are trying to do the same thing that we did because, like,
I
wow, look at
think
that.
some people are just trying to, build up and use this little, trend to start their own geek communities. You know,
Mmm.
I don't really think
Okay.
they take any of this stuff seriously, like release the web cut or the Schumacher cut. To be honest,
Really? Okay. I can kind of see that now. That
no.
makes sense.
The Leader Army, they of course they do take it seriously. They really do want to lead the sequel, but
Oh, hell yeah.
all these other people that kind of popped up after, they're kind of like knockoff brands trying to just feed off the buzz while it lasts. In a sense.
I see. Yeah. I can see that too. Huh.
Yeah, just my opinion, Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Hmm.
Just my
What you
opinion.
think about Wonder Woman 84 being in 4K? The first one on 4K on HBO Max.
I think that it's kind of lame, honestly.
I feel
But
like it's
I don't
another.
think that it,
Yeah, go on.
I don't think it takes like a special event movie for for things to be like the best they could be. If you can have certain movies and all that on 4K, and HDR and all that, I know a lot of people are big on the sound. Like, I'm like as long as as long as it's 5.1 or whatever, 2.1, 5.2, 5.1, whatever. But I know a lot of people are big on the Dolby Atmos, but you're not going to be trying to do that for other films, and it's like I guess it's cool for Wonder Woman 84, but it would have been cool for other stuff like even Raised by Wolves and all that stuff too. There's also
Mm.
other movies they have on there, like they have other DC movies that It would be cool to have an HD. You feel me? 4K HD. You know what I mean? Like Batman v Superman and Man of Steel and all that stuff, and other things that come and go on the platform. So they also have animation on there. That would be cool if they would have did that already. So I agree. It's great that one woman 84 is opening that avenue, opening that door that everybody's been waiting for, but it also feels like something that they should have been did, at the same time, like.
Yeah, I have a feeling that they're like holding off for that film is again just to push it and to get people to see it more.
But on a better note, more positive note, I guess it does say there's a chance that the Snyder Cut will be in 4K at least.
Oh hell yeah!
I'll probably try to work out something, see how that goes.
The number one thing, and then the battle in this movement for me will be completed, is that to have that Snyder Cut on Blu-ray. That'll be the greatest.
Yeah.
You're completely satisfied with the PS5?
Oh shit, that's good enough. Honestly, I've been watching more movies on it than I have been gaming to BG.
Oh really? Do you watch on the PlayStation app
Yeah.
or just random stuff like Amazon Prime or Netflix?
No, I've been watching 4Ks on physical.
Nice. Yeah, I love physical, man. I'm actually looking into build my
The only
4K
thing I've been
library.
watching on Netflix and streaming right now is fucking Star Trek. It's the only shit I've been watching.
Which Star Trek? Discovery or
Next Generation?
Ah, classic. I love Next Generation. It's so clean. Like fine-tuned Star Trek. It's like, and it doesn't go bad. That ages well. Like it's like Babylon 5. It stands the test of time.
Yeah. I was thinking about watching Deep Space Nine, but I already watched it. So figured I'd see how far I can get into Next Generation.
Yeah, Deep Space Nine is pretty chill. I guess some of my favorites would be Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager. I am enjoying Discovery. I need to see the newest, latest season though. What do you think is the next thing or anything the movement should do, if at all? Just promote the film?
I don't even think,
There
need to promote it like that, like in a sense of promote it, but support it, you feel what I mean? Just support the film. You asked for it, right?
Right?
Don't be a little fucking bitch about it now, you know what I mean? Watch it, support it, you feel what I mean? And then just see what happens afterwards.
Oh yeah.
You know?
What you think about some random YouTuber calling it Try Hard after seeing the trailer? And then another guy was complaining. I think it was the guy who complained about Parasite. He also said that he saw the director's cut
Try
BVS.
hard.
He was complaining about the details in it. It has so many details. Yeah. Some
I
people
didn't
call it
even.
as Try Hard. Well, film got brought it to my attention on one of his shows. Like these two people, like
Oh
Triple H or
yeah,
something. They said the trailer was Try Hard.
I think I've seen a bit of that. Well, I don't know. In my opinion about stuff like that, I think it was a reaction, right? Like a lot of those reaction channels, they just do and say stupid shit just off the reaction, just for the reaction, It's really that simple.
There you go. Get us talking like we are now.
Yeah, just hating for the reaction, Cause YouTubers are try hard. What the fuck? Most YouTubers are the most try hard motherfuckers ever.
For them to call a film try hard, though, I think is salty and an extra stretch, because I think when you do a film, album, any artwork or whatever, I think you do have to try more than your hardest. You gotta try your best. You gotta be at your best, you know? So that term try hard for a trailer or a film, I think is, I don't know, ignorant and pretentious.
Yeah,
What you think?
that's a good point. All good points, man.
Oh, thank you. Good side. I mean, Mandalorian looks pretty dope.
Oh yeah, I haven't even checked out. I think I've seen like episode. Yeah, I watched episode 1 of Mandalorian, but I haven't even really been checking for it like that.
Mm.
I seen the Ahsoka thing now. I don't know. A lot of the screenshots look weird because it's like she's looking like directly into the camera.
Yeah, it's weird when they're spiking into the camera. But if that's like, yeah, I don't know. That just, yeah, I gotta catch up.
Yeah, but I haven't seen the episode, so I don't know how they're. I'm assuming that they're not. They don't do that in the actual episode, you know.
Yeah, some pictures that they show online are sometimes set photos, so it's hard to tell. But yeah, I'm excited to catch up on that show. I'm starting it, and it's alright. It's alright.
Yeah, there were some good episodes in the first season, but you know, we'll see.
And then they're also talking about Mortal Kombat going straight, the new Mortal Kombat film project going straight to HBO Max. I think some of these films are going to go straight to streaming services, with the whole theaters having bad business because of the situation going on. So this might be something we see more of. But I do hope we can have the theater experience continue.
Yeah, who wouldn't want that?
You know, right?
But it's gonna be a slow, and all this pandemic going on. A slow build to that.
Yeah, man.
Cause now it's become a thing that has become completely political now. As much as people try to play it off like it's not, you know. So people have their feelings in it and their politics in it, and now to the point where some people will just not go to movie theaters just to prove a point. Some people will go to movies to prove a point, and it's gonna be a while before, you feel me, it just gets back to what it was.
Yeah, and I think it will get back to where it was at some point. Because I think the movie theater experience is kind of essential, kind of like, you know, going out to eat and going to amusement park or something, you know. It's like stuff that's like almost like traditionally fun. You can't take out, like going to a game as opposed to seeing it at home. Like, you know, there's always two ways to go about it, but both are equally important. But I think the activity of going places and going to concerts and all that, it'll never go away, because there's a certain charm there. There's a community, there's an experience, and I don't think that'll go away.
Yeah, it's like mowing your neighbor's lawn when you're a kid.
Washing the car to get some money. Yeah, because I've been, yeah. It's all true.
Yeah, trust me, man. I know what I'm talking about.
Oh, hell yeah. Most def. So, anything else you want to tackle on, brother? Fuck Jeff Johns. I feel like I haven't said that in a while.
Hey, there was that Joss Whedon thing.
Oh,
He
yeah,
got
didn't
kicked
he
off that
leave the
HBO
Nevers?
show. Yeah. Mm. Like, Ray Fisher is claiming credit for that, but I doubt it was just. I just doubt it was just him. With that being said, I'm pretty sure that show will do a lot better without Joss Whedon, because he sucks. Dude is booty cheeks.
Yeah, dude is a lame. And I think, shit, man, it's just gonna. I think he's just trying to avoid a situation or leave whatever's going on, which, I don't know, it tells me, like, a lot of people's actions and reactions tell you a lot of their true intent sometimes. So then I just feel he's trying to bounce, he's trying to get out of there. Because if he's working with Warner Brothers, he's going close to, you know, where people need to find him to answer some questions, to answer some accountabilities. He's probably trying to avoid, in my, what other filmmakers and industry people have done before. So
Just go
yeah,
back to his mansion and sit around for a few years, or they try to come back.
yeah, he'll try to come back. It'll maybe be the B side, B films, C films, X films, who knows what, but he might come back. Because he's got enough of a name to himself attached to the first Avengers films that a guy like that will definitely come back, even if people see the truth of him or see the ugly side of him and accept it. He'll come back just on like
Bryan
shock
Singer's still
value.
around.
Exactly. Exactly. He's still around. There's just a lot of hush hush about him, but they do continue to give him jobs. They just don't advertise him as much because he's guilty as fuck. I think it'll be something like that. Because I think they got their
Like,
tight-knit
if it
circles.
wasn't if it's a filmmaker that's not so established in the industry, then yeah, they'll do something about it. But if it's one that's already has business ties, and like you said, they'll just give him less press, and and just let it be that. Because just the money will insulate them anyway. A lot of these dudes, they be having their own entourages and little cliques and crews anywhere that they be around. So you'd be surprised how rarely they be running into each other. Like, for real, people be thinking all celebrities just be running into each other and seeing each other all the time and mowing each other's lawns and shit. You feel what I mean? It's like, nah,
No.
it's not like that. It don't be like that. So Bryan Singer is still around because, you feel me, you probably, and other people are still around because they're able to insulate themselves from people pressing them. Same thing, like, perfect example, like Oprah. The only reason why Oprah's still around moving how she's moving and nobody has impressed Oprah is because she got billions of dollars. So no one can really get too close enough to Oprah. You feel what I mean?
You have to get through her security.
You know what I'm saying? Have to get through tons and tons and waves of people, man. It's just, you know what I'm saying, like, endless waves. And Gail King and shit. And you gotta get past Gail King. I think that's her name, right?
Who? Gail Kim? No, that's a wrestler.
No, not the wrestler Gail King, Kojay. What the hell?
Yeah, man. It's like, it's like Julia Roberts has this power of a lot of people working. I'm not throwing shade at her at all. It's just that I know she's got a lot of people working under her for her like whole empire of Julia Roberts, like a whole bunch of people just making Julia Roberts function. And that's just one actress, established actress, investing in a good team. Now someone as powerful as Oprah, I don't know, she could be like Umbrella Corporation, we don't even know it. She probably has all her people in good place, so she could stay exactly where she wants to
Yep.
be. I mean, doesn't she?
Same
Is
thing.
Oxygen hers? I forget. Is that whole channel hers? She has her
I
own.
wouldn't
She
know,
got a lot
but
of stuff. I don't know. Gotta do some
yeah,
homework.
I think it's on. I think it's on, right? Right.
I think so. I forget. I don't know. But yeah. Yeah.
I think it's on. Doesn't matter
Mm-hmm.
though.
So any final thoughts? I'm try wrapping it up.
Final thoughts are: just give me the Snyder cut already.
Hold up, you went muffled. What?
So just give me the Snyder cut already.
Hell yeah, man. I want it sooner than later. I googled something and I saw some. It's probably a fake page, but I saw something like Snyder coming out 2021 in September. I was like, what? But yeah, I don't believe anything until I see some official
I
from the
hope it's
management.
March or something, or February.
February 14th would be the best. Because Snyder himself is even
If it's
last
coming
year,
out and
this
if it's
year.
coming out in March, that means they'll start to kick up their promo campaign real soon.
Mm,
There might be May or something. Who knows? I hope it's not September either.
yeah, that's way too far. I'm gonna be cranky all year if it's September. Prepare for that, people.
Yeah, I guess you're right, but yeah, I guess it'll be out soon though, soon enough.
Yeah. That being said, me too, man. I want that Snyder cut.
You gonna watch Wonder Woman 84?
Hell no. I'm gonna wait till I watch Snyder cut so I can be happy. I'm not gonna watch a film like that or any DC film after Snyder cut was supposed to be out, and then maybe I'll fuck with it. But that's still a maybe. Like you can't just go, hey, Snyder cut's coming out, but it's coming out later and once per week maybe in little pieces. So watch this movie instead. It was like, nah, you guys are guilty until redeemed. So you gotta fix that part, and then I ain't watching shit until I get that. Then see how happy I am, which I will be very happy. What kind of happy? I'm not sure yet, but depending on that happy will determine if I have enough time or care to see Shazam, Birds of Prey, and Wonder Woman 84. That they're like in the penalty box. They ain't even doing nothing, but they're just in the penalty box by default of all the shit that happened that put us in this situation. And maybe I'll check them out or release them. I don't know, but I can only know when the Snyder Cut comes, because first things first. It's like they did wrong, so I can't reward them because they sure as hell haven't rewarded me yet for everything we've done for them. So yeah, that's a big no right now.
We get it, man. You're not gonna watch them.
Yep.
I'm not even subscribed to HBO Max right now, so
Oh, I thought you were gonna subscribe again when they brought the trailer back.
yeah, I'll get around to it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I haven't even watched. I don't. Last thing I watched on it was Man of Steel, and I looked around and I was like, "Eh, this is cool," but I still want that Snyder cut. So I don't know if I could pause
At
it
the
or
end of the
something.
day,
I don't know.
I'll check for the Snyder cut, but they're not going to be announcing anything else that's catching my interest in, like the movies coming out in theaters. I mean, movies that were supposed to come out in theaters, coming out on HBO Max is a interesting concept, but that really depends on which movies they are.
Mm,
And even past that, those movies were supposed to be in theaters anyway. So
right.
I'm looking for like projects or some top notch TV shows or miniseries or something that they're gonna announce and possibly have on there. Maybe even some, sequels to, the Snyder Cut or the Justice League and all that shit. So, if they start talking that and saying that they have stuff like that coming and other, intriguing projects, and I might stick around. But at the same time, they do have to earn their worth.
Exactly. For me, it's like first things first, right? It can't be like, hey, this is coming out. Why don't you enjoy this instead? It's like I already did that before, and then Justice League happened. I have a decent memory.
Yeah, I already said that. HBO Max is good. It's not a bad service. It's not a bad
Oh yeah,
service.
it's great actually.
It has some good stuff on there. You know, it could use some more updates so it can move a little bit more, smoothly.
Yeah, it's a little
But
clunky at
other than
times.
that,
Sometimes I noticed.
they have some fire movies on there and other stuff. So they just gotta make it work. The way I see it.
Mhm.
Because one thing if you have a bunch of fire old school movies, but it's a kind of the same thing with gaming right now. You can put out as many consoles as you want, but if you don't have any damn games or anything for people to come, fuck with and play, then you ain't gonna be doing shit. And you're not gonna be getting sales. And the same thing like that. HBO Max is cool, but if they don't, and they have a bunch of other stuff, but if they don't have any new, next in line, shows and you feel me, next level shows and like next direct to streaming movies, then people aren't gonna be fucking with it like that.
Mm.
That's what Netflix been realized that. That's why Netflix, had always, you see how much money they dump into original projects, like to the point where it just seems like they're throwing shit at a wall at a certain point. But it's because it's like you gotta have give people a reason for really being there and being signed up. You feel me? All year round, and besides the fact of, oh wow, I just pretty much just being an online backlog of movies. If I can just go here and watch all the old movies and TV shows that ever came out. All right, so what else is it gonna do? Is it gonna have anything new? You feel me? So, and that's the thing. Like Netflix tried to write off, being a damn backlog for a while, and they tried to be the one to be like, oh, we'll just try to get movies earlier on our service and all this stuff. And it's like, nope. After a while, they realized, hey, nah, we're gonna have to start making our own damn movies, like and putting them out there to keep the shit afloat. So HBO is gonna have to do the same thing and do it at a faster rate. Like they already have the blueprint. So I don't see what the issue is.
Mm. That's so true, dog. It's like right
And
there.
it's not like WD doesn't have IP. So they got IPs and they got motherfuckers over there that do creative stuff that can come up with shit. Joss Whedon just left for Never, so you can give somebody that show. They can whip it into a good show. Do
Mhm.
something. Like,
So I guess on that note, shall we end it there?
yeah,
All right, cool. Well,
I think motherfuckers probably tired of hearing us talk at this point.
until the next shit goes down. Take care, y'all.
Yeah, have a good night, everybody. Take care. Snyder Cut. It's just been coming, so this week,
Mhm.
motherfuckers.
Sooner and later.